Hello, and welcome to Bitches with Beards. And on today's episode, I asked a question. If both of you forgot cranberries, is that a match made in heaven or a recipe for destruction?
And what happens when you don't have those intrusive thoughts? But seriously, you don't have those thoughts.
We're the podcast that attempts to break down culture with all the elegance of two coastal grandmas.
But in truth, we're just a couple of bitches with beards.
I'm Max.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're live from a Diane Keating Memorial Podcast Studio in Haberdashery.
We both have opinions, so let's get this party started.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's Thursday.
I'm tired.
You are tired. Everyone seems tired in the house today.
I am tired. I am late spent.
Even the hub seems tired. He's going off to his meeting. He looks tired.
He's very demure, very mindful.
He is. Oh, yeah. It's at that point, isn't it?
It's dark.
Are you officially in circle back till in the New Year season, or is it not as easy for you?
We're sort of getting to that point where, so listeners, I am going away for a week to Austin, Texas next week. And then the following week I'm back at the office, but I've essentially started being like, we'll come back January 5th. Like, reach out the week of January 5th on this. Like, we're sort of, if it didn't happen today, literally, I'm like, I don't know when it's going to happen. Like, I wish you well on that deadline.
The best of luck to you.
I wish you well on that deadline because we missed it.
He's walking, he's moving.
He's moving.
Do you really, how little patience do you have for requests that come through now? You're like, this is not the time. This is like a level of like, I'm glad you want to get a clearer head, but that's at the detriment of everyone else. So
let me put it this way to frame, because it'll illustrate where my state of mind is. So we did have an emergency project come up today. Yeah. Very much an emergency project. I did this emergency project within like 30 minutes because like I had the skeleton of like what I needed to do, and I whipped it out and I turned it in on top of everything else. Okay. Did that. Yeah. However, yesterday someone came to me and they're like, "Oh, I have an emergency." And I asked the question, "How long have you known about this?" And they're like, "I've known about it for 2 weeks." And I'm like, not an emergency.
That's not an emergency.
Not an emergency. It's an emergency on your part, but not mine. This gets to be handled in 2 weeks from now. Yeah,
at minimum, you need to have sent an email straight away going, hey, we've got this coming up. We're getting our thoughts together, but just so it's on your...
Yeah, so it's one of those, like, that's my mindset of, I'm like, I will weigh the options and be like, is it truly an emergency? Did it just become an emergency because you mismanaged your time? Yeah. Or does it actually need to be handled? And I'm like, this one doesn't need to be handled. So it did not get any thought.
Well, is it mismanagement for you does not constitute emergency for us?
Right. And it's one of these, like, someone else will probably deal with it next week. And I, gave them a briefing. I said, look, they came to me. Here's what I know. They're going to submit something. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be your problem next week. Sorry. I did all I could.
Yeah, I feel... And yeah, so Daniel's heading away for a bit, and it is, only a week, and it's like, and it's not long. Is that it's a very odd headspace. I feel like vacation time is, and I'm in a position now, which I've been, but there will be, there is a in-office requirement bi-weekly. There is a specific project that needs attention, and I do feel that there is a level of understanding. So should I, like, for instance, want to go back to England, I wonder how it would be done, and that would be potentially a lot of probably flying out the day after and then getting back the morning. They will work it.
The day before.
we would probably try and do it in just under the 2 weeks. But no, there is an element, and there are jobs like that. There are actual things that unfortunately not everyone can turn around and put stuff away. But at the same time, Daniel, you are allowed to have a vacation. It is part of your contract.
Yes,
and that is the thing. And what people I think fail to realize sometimes, and I'm guessing that people, your colleagues or other members that have a direct impact on your day to day, is that yes, they may seem to think, oh my God, you can't go on vacation because I need your help. But if everyone had that control over your schedule, you would never leave.
Which I almost never leave anyways because of that. But yes.
And you have to sell. And at one point, there's an amazing point. And if anyone here is listening below the age of 30, you do hit a point in your head where you're suddenly like, no, this is the real, unfortunately you sit there and go, well,
I can have my own life.
Yeah. I always say there's always that's just life. That's adult life. Yeah, sure it is. But also adult life is the other person to know, unfortunately, just because you snap your fingers doesn't mean something gets delivered to you.
Right. Yeah.
And I think especially there are only a couple of times, I think from the week of Thanksgiving to this year would be the 4th of January. Mm-hmm. And then over summer, I would say literally between Memorial and Labor Day, is that you have to think ahead and think, is the person I'm going to be requiring going to be away?
Right.
Now, you are not going away for a holiday-related situation. You are going away for personal project, which I'm very proud of you of. And as someone who would love to take a couple, is hoping next year is going to be more about that.
Yeah,
good for you for doing that. But no, this is the reality of the world. You're not sitting there cancelling someone's surgery because you've decided to go on a jolly for 2 weeks to Tijuana. You're going, this is it. So no, good for you. And you just sit there and go, ha ha, it sucks to be you, but this is life.
Well, yeah, and I did actually have upper management, not my direct supervisor, but someone else was asking me, was like, well, why are you going, so close to Christmas? And I said, I've had this this trip booked since July.
But what was their issue of it being so close to Christmas?
Because there was so much going on, and I said, I've had this booked since July.
And that's signed off. Someone has to sign off stuff.
Literally, you signed off on this. We're going.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can't help it that these things popped up because of the shutdown. A lot of it's, stuff getting, truncated with, time and stuff. And I'm like, it happened. It's life.
It's life.
And this is booked. And I'm going. There we go.
Yeah,
have a nice life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so my week has been frantic with packing. Not that frantic with packing, but trying to figure out, am I going to take this carry-on or that carry-on? And going with a second carry-on, which is a little bit bigger.
Are you checking luggage or just carry on?
Just carry on.
Yeah.
It's one of these. It's pay $35 for your first checked bag. And I'm like, why? Why do I want to pay that? I don't. And the thing is, flying there, it's direct to Austin, but flying back, I have a connecting flight. And I'm like, I just don't want to have a check-on with a checked bag with a connecting flight. I'm like, no. So I'm just doing one carry-on.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. How was your week?
It's been busy.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I've got the 2 big projects and a couple of side projects, and I've just had to. I messaged the hub today and say I need Saturday. It's just getting.
Take your Saturday.
Yeah, just to kind of get on and get some stuff done, and we're helping Matt out with some things, and that's just. It's a lot with trying to make sure I make the hours up for 2 organisations, and it's just been it is a lot. We had a good. So the hubs was away for the weekend. Mm-hmm. Because it was Friday. Because it's good. I can't believe it's been a week since Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's been a week since Thanksgiving. Yes.
And Saturday he went away, and I worked Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. I had to, and I got it, and then I spent the weekend pretty much catching up on the app and stuff, and I caught some movies, and it was good, but even after I finished, I made sure I worked till midday, and I said I'm done. I just want, because I had to changes to make on the video, and I didn't want to leave it till Monday morning. Even though I did have a message from the supervisor going, "Why are you working the weekend?" I'm like, because if you leave it till Monday, there's just not enough wiggle room time.
It's I've got to make up my hours.
And it's creative decision making as well. And you're like, no. But the hub's message goes, "Hey, it sounds like we met in North Carolina is in town. Do you want me to link you to? I said no.
I don't want to be linked to anybody.
No, Sunday was grotty anyway. The weather was really down.
It was disgusting,
and I didn't want to leave. And to be honest, they're really nice people. And I had we gone out, if the hub's been here because it was in Pittsburgh, I would have had a really nice time with them. But I don't drink. I don't really like bars. I especially don't like DC bars. So to kind of go out, get ready, sit in a bar to have a conversation. Just no. I actually did not want to do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the company. It was just that's not how I wanted to pass my time.
It was a disgusting day. I think it was sleeting at one point. Like it felt like it was. Yeah. It sounded like it was. I was just like, no.
And this week's just been. I keep having some nightmares about having to do another marathon. I don't know what. I think it's just because the weather's going. It's not the marathon itself. It's the weather, and I'm like Tuesday was when it pissed it down with rain.
Oh, it was horrible Tuesday, and then tomorrow there's a chance of snow.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get at least for a quick run, but I'm not pressuring myself at the moment.
I'm hoping to be able to fly out of DC.
The trouble is, it's like it doesn't look so bad that it affects a flight, but it's also this is how it can bring things to a screeching halt.
Yeah,
but no, apart from that, and then we started getting the decorations up. The hubs is still in the process of doing. The kitchen's looking lovely, but upstairs needs some.
It looks very festive.
It does. It's such a truncated Christmas this year. It's like we need to get them up like this weekend, otherwise it's going to be pulling them down quicker than that.
That's why my decorations were up Thanksgiving Day. I was just like, must be up.
Yeah, we started on a Friday, but then we were like, because after we did the podcast, the hubs ended up in work that day, and I had some stuff going on. I ended up working, and then a friend's offered him some stuff, so he waited to go and get it. And then by the time he got back, it was like 8:00, and it was just like, and we were kind of like zombified by that point. And it was like, okay, but it's looking really nice. So hopefully it'll be done by the weekend.
Oh, I think so.
Aside from that, Dan, should we take a wander around Ina's garden? Better wrap up though. I mean, you've got water.
Yeah. Yes, I have water. I have to go to sleep at some point tonight.
Yes, I only have black tea in the house. So.
Yeah. I'm like, no, but thank you.
Well, we need to next week. We'll think of something. And
yeah. Next week we'll do something
and then a Christmassy one will come up, and then
yeah.
I think today, and we were kind of running out of non-alcoholic stuff to get,
and I couldn't stand in line to go get something else somewhere. I was just like, no, absolutely not.
As you can tell, we're kind of definitely at the end of the year vibes, and there's stuff to be excited about, but there's also, we're just like,
like I said, you're trying to get everything done in like 3 days, and you're like, I can't do. Oh, great, another thing? No, like absolutely not.
Well, that's enough news about us. That's enough about us. What's being used for everyone else?
This is the portion of the podcast where we talk about things that are gay adjacent, or just a little bit camp.
Well, there's a bit of a weird week at the moment. So it's sort of in between. It's post-New Year. Post-New Year, God.
Wow.
We've been talking about New Year's. I think there's interest this year in people doing stuff, though the hubs and I are very much like... Okay, we'll take a side note here.
Yeah.
My issue usually with New Year's is that everyone is tired.
Yes.
And I know, even though we didn't do Thanksgiving cooking, there was still cooking, and it was still and there was a lot of. I was busier than usual. We do Christmas Day, we do Boxing Day, which we both love doing. By the time then we get to New Year's, we're kind of tired. We're kind of partied out. And here's the thing. Here is the thing. Is that people always ask what we're doing New Year's, and I know, and I said this to the hubs last night, we're talking with John and Alyssa, is that they ask us because they want to see if there's something they could potentially go to, not they want to go to. It's a potential, and I'm like, we're not gonna scrub the house down, which the hubs always does. He always goes hammer and tongs to get the house clean. Not ever needs it, but plan everything. Just so we can all stand in the kitchen, which I've been doing all fucking year anyway through unemployment. Yeah. For 5 people to turn up because everyone else suddenly got better things to do or decided not to. Yeah. So we have decided to do early discussions regarding if we were going to do something, is it going to be just a small group of people, and we don't want messy people?
Fair.
A couple of people were mentioned. I said I'll be up for it, but if they're going to turn up wasted drunk, I'm not interested.
Fair.
Like, do we want to do the let's go get a meal? And our mate Mark might be in town. He said he's asked us what we're doing, but it's very much like, but we are not going to be, more than likely not going to be hitting the gay bars or anything.
Yeah,
it will be nice meal, and maybe then back to someone's apartment to, like, you know, clink a glass, see we can see fireworks from somewhere.
Yeah, but
just to mark it. But no, we're not fucking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, talking of the new year, at the moment they've kind of announced there's a website called Gold Derby which follows the Oscars and looks at, basically, at the moment it's still very much on the critics. So for those that are curious or even a little bit like, why the fuck are there, like, is there whispers about movies that haven't even come out yet? It's because a lot of it now is very much based on the festivals. So they've all premiered at festivals. It's the initial buzz that's come from the critics seeing them, and then what will happen is they'll get released now, and that builds up the buzz around the support and the voting. So the top 5 movies at the moment are One Battle After Another, which definitely I think will get a few. Sinners. I love Sinners. Sinners is Oscar worthy. I think that a lot of people will clap themselves on the back for nominating it and then walk away because that's what people do. Hamnet, which I've seen and I will talk about.
Okay.
But I think one actor in particular could get an Oscar for a scene where it's just her face. It's that powerful. Sentimental Value, which I saw this week as well.
Okay.
I don't think it'll get Best Oscar.
Okay.
Get Oscars. I think, though, it could probably get it. I think probably a supporting, but I also think One Battle After Another is going to go after a lot of the supporting roles. And then Marty Supreme, which is a Timothée Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow one, which comes out this month.
Yeah.
And I've heard mixed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard mixed.
Some people reckon it's Oscar nominated, it's up for everything, and others are like, what the fuck are people talking about?
Yeah, that's the review I read.
But then we had that a couple of years back with Emilia Perez, which was the biggest,
catastrophe.
It was a hot mess express of a movie, and it should never have got the Oscar.
Yeah.
Sorry if anyone's pissed off from you saying that. It should never have won an Oscar. That film was a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But anyway, but the other ones they say up for it, apparently there's a movie coming out, like stuff I never saw at Roofman, the one of Channing Tatum they thought would get up there.
Oh, I remember the previews.
There's a lot. I missed a lot of it came out at a time I think I was away. I think my parents were here and it all got moved about. Smashing Machine of Dwayne The Rock Johnson was excellent. I don't think I don't know. I just didn't get that feeling about it. Wicked for Good, they reckon, has fallen down because it didn't really get the out and out praise they thought it would. But what is getting amazing early reviews is Avatar Fire and Ash, and they wonder if that could be, but they also feel that this isn't Lord of the Rings anymore, and that actually sequels aren't likely to get the attention there was the vibe of Lord of the Rings that Return of the King would win the Oscars, where people were going to wait and just do it all in one go. But that's not happening as much. A few of them out now. They just haven't. They reckon Train Dreams could be up for it, but again, I think Train Dreams will get a nomination. There's 10 nominations for movies, which is fucking nuts. But anyway, we shall see. But no, that's the top 5 contenders at the moment.
Interesting.
I am very curious about it. Looking now, next news is that it didn't really come up. Claudia Black, is that a name that rings any bells?
No.
So she hit the big time a few years back in terms of the sci-fi community. She played Erin Sun in the 4-season amazing Australian American masterpiece Farscape, which was produced by the Henson Company, and it featured a lot of animatronic aliens in it. It was visually nuts. Who famously had his big break in it was Murray Bartlett. He played the best mate of the main character and appeared in like 2 episodes because it was Australia. But she played one of the main love interest, the main female part in it, and she's been a bit of a genre actress. She's appears here and there and everywhere, and appeared in the first season of Ahsoka as a night witch.
Okay.
She's not going to be reprising that role in the second season, and has been quite public in that Disney did. She goes, "I'm not offering the money that you think they offer." She goes, "I'm a single mum that comes with very, very specific requirements, and Disney aren't paying enough for single parent actors to commit to roles." She goes, "I can't move to London. I have to sort out childcare. I have to sort out everything."
Yeah.
And she's kind of calling out Disney for shortchanging, and it's mainly within the sci-fi, but she's getting some very good press about it.
Good
and
for her.
Dave Filoni, who's the one who created the series, has actually reached out. He said it's not. She said it's not him.
Yeah.
It is, unfortunately, it's Disney execs, but she goes, "No, look, we need to cut the bullshit that just because I'm in a franchise, I'm getting paid a lot. I'm not, and it doesn't pay for me to be a single mum at the moment."
Good for her for standing up for herself.
Parade magazine have announced, or it is within Parade magazine, that Charlie Puth is going to be doing the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Oh yes, I was going to say,
who's favoured very much by Taylor Swift. I don't know much of his music. I've seen a photo of him, and I guess he's probably easily forgotten. But apparently, she reckons he should be bigger. What is more of interest to me is Brandy Carlisle will be singing America the Beautiful. That woman is single-handedly, she's doing so much in the industry right now.
She is.
She's loved by so many people, and Elton John, their album was excellent. And she's obviously, goes out saying, an out lesbian. Yes. And that's amazing.
She's wonderful.
I'm just kind of, Charlie Puth's a bit milquetoast for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's very pro LGBTQ. He's liked by Taylor. They haven't gone. The NFL could have gone a slightly more route if they wanted to appease certain fan bases. I think they've played a safe role, but they've not necessarily.
Yeah.
But they've not gone. They could have gone for someone like what's his face. Morgan, or yeah. They could have easily gone that route, and they didn't.
They chose not to.
Finally, in some cute news, it's not a good week for me unless I've had a conversation about the wonderful June Squibb. She is going to be on Broadway at 96 years old. Is making history as the oldest performer ever to open a Broadway show.
What show is she opening?
It's called Marjorie Prime, and she's with a newcomer called Cynthia Nixon.
Oh, a newcomer called Cynthia Nixon.
But what people don't realize, if you don't know much about Cynthia Nixon, is that she is not the star of Sex and the City. She is a Broadway star.
Yes.
Unbelievably a Broadway star.
Yes.
Sex and the City paid for basically her to be on Broadway by the end of it.
Yeah. Didn't she win an award for her role as Emily Dickinson? She's phenomenal.
Prolific on Broadway,
yes.
And she's never shied away from it. But no, so I love June Squibb, and that's exciting for her.
Well, maybe we'll have to go up to New York and see this.
We will. So, Daniel, what's been news for you?
Yes, news for me. Well, in a bit of shame for us, in the first time since 1988, America has not observed, or at least the government has not observed, World AIDS Day. This was a creation of the World Health Organization to remember millions who were lost to this disease. It occurs every December 1st. And it has been decried as a symbolic act by the administration not choosing to celebrate it. And I happen to agree.
They love Reaganomics, and Reagan hated the AIDS.
Yes, indeed. So in some much better news, remember whenever we talked about a little show that debuted in London, maybe our first episode?
God, I can't. What was that? 3 years ago now?
Yeah. So ABBA Voyages.
Yes.
Yes. So it has finally been announced where the second home of ABBA Voyages is going to be. So at 613th 11th Avenue, New York City, in Hell's Kitchen, you're going to build a special theater to host the ABBA Voyages experience, to have the second show here in the United States in New York. It is set to debut in 2028. So
they're expecting a lot of longevity and interest for this show.
Yes. And it beats out, I think at the time that we had our first episode, we thought that a second show could go to Las Vegas, but clearly it's going to New York City instead. So it's been rather interesting.
I'd have thought Las Vegas would have been a safer bet.
I would too, but New York,
I don't know. I guess that it's the tourist crowds.
I mean, I think the better question is, why aren't they in Stockholm? The home of
but it also sort of depends on the cultural attitudes, doesn't it?
I know.
It says a lot about Stockholm. They're like, we don't want a fucking hologram.
Absolutely not.
Don't they have a penis museum in Stockholm? Is that where they have the penis? No, I think it's something else.
They might,
but no.
Maybe it's Amsterdam with the penis museum.
But no, I mean, I guess Hell's Kitchen, is it gagging for?
I don't know. I was reading the entire thing. I was like, should there be a theater there? I don't know. Like,
should
maybe
it be all white people in that theater.
Right. I was like,
Jesus.
I don't know about that one, but never mind. Oh, never mind. Going back to something that you stated.
Oh God! What, in the second episode?
Yes, no. With Avatar: Fire and Ash, one Miss Miley Cyrus announced that she was engaged at the debut to her boyfriend Max.
It's me.
No, Max Mirando. I can't remember. See if that's an R or an N in my script. Anyways, either way. Huge engagement ring.
Only she deserves.
Yes, and she is on the soundtrack for that film.
Yes, I think I've heard the song's pretty good actually.
Oh, I've got to go listen to it.
It came up on, so I was like, oh, a new one.
Okay. All right. Final bit of news. Here's a PSA.
For
everyone. This almost was a Gadget coup, but
Pumpkin spice anal.
What?
Pumpkin spice anal.
Yes. So sometimes, if you have those thoughts, you should just keep your mouth shut, is what I'm going to say. So in a fashion that is only befitting of a Kardashian, when Miss Kim Kardashian announced that she has low brain activity and that she has holes in her brain following an experimental scan known as SPECT, S-P-E-C-T, which is rather dubious according to the experts. Brain surgeons, brain experts have weighed in, stating that SPECT is for boutique brain treatment, known for people that have strokes and Alzheimer's, and it's not actually used professionally to detect brain activity. But I have a question for you. If you had a test and it showed that there were literally holes in your brain or no activity, would you go on the air and announce that to people?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
I don't know. Because it's in such a bubble, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the trouble. It's like, and we do easily say no, we would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
like, I don't think she's trying to bring awareness, is what I'm getting at.
No, I think she's trying to bring awareness of herself.
Yes, and there's a difference in that.
But no, I've never known a family with. It's weird because I do admire them as business people.
Yes.
Like they've all made money out of doing either not a lot or a lot. Let's granted, I think the biggest issue of their business practices has been the fact they claim self-made, and it's like no,
yeah.
But I don't know why. Why would you go out and then we also have friends like have overshare on Facebook, and you're like, well, why the fuck do we give a shit?
Right. Well, some people have a theory that the reason why she announced this was to deflect attention from her performance in All's Fair. The Ryan Murphy,
which just got a second season,
which has just gotten a second season. So who knows on this one?
But I don't think anyone was looking at her.
They were. There were some critiques about her acting.
But in the sense of, I would never critique her acting because she's not an actress.
Right.
So if anyone's going in, have you heard the term critic proof?
Yes.
So for those that don't know, it's like stuff like films like Transformers, and people come in and like shit on it, and they're like, no, it's critic proof because what the fuck are you thinking you're going to get? I think Rampage was the gorilla one with Dwayne Johnson. You know, it's like why are you sitting there shitting on a movie that I don't think anyone really wants reviews?
Yeah.
Like I am tempted to see All's Fair because I and more than anything, it's the cast.
Yeah.
Not her. It's like it's Glenn Close.
Yeah.
So clearly something must be working around it, because there has to be something that comes together on it. And people have said it is a critic-proof show because it doesn't try and be anything it's not. People have put in their heads that it's trying to be this, and they've never said it was this. But I would say that, yes, it surprises me how much they've pushed the narrative that Kim Kardashian's leading it, which surprises me considering the fact she isn't a trained actress. I know she's done acting roles in the past, and apparently she was very good in, but people said she was good in Horror Story. And I think with the right director, they have brought directors have been known to bring out things. Yeah. Brian Murphy's not that right director. I don't quite understand his style. He's become a very tacky TV producer. Yeah. I'm sorry if people like his stuff. I loved Glee, and he dropped the ball so many times. He really had such a platform, and when you look at how Glee went, from what his intentions were, and now if he makes what they call it primetime soap operas, and that's great. But no, I would never watch. I'm sorry, I would go into All's Fair not expecting anything from Kim Kardashian, and in fact, I'd expect that it was built around her not being an actress, and that it was kind of atrocious, and that she would just be there to kind of do exposition while what's her face.
Sarah Paulson.
That's actually nice. Would go in and deliver something and hold it up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, it's just the holes in the brain, but it's this weird science that they it's like, how much can you learn? We have to do this. We're paid to do this. We're paid to show interest. It's like, great, but just because and like they know they've got holes in the brain, great. But if everyone got that, would everyone have the same activity?
Right.
You've only got holes in the brain because you've got rich enough to discover you've got holes in the brain.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a word to anyone.
Strangely enough, St. Dennis Medical, the sitcom, they did a whole thing about a scanner, and they got one put in for like a test run for a few days. And the joke in that was kind of like
holes in the brain,
but also discovering things that, we found this and that. What can I do about it? Nothing.
Right. What do you do about it?
Yeah, it's like there's only so much. Yeah, and even then, it doesn't. There was quibbles about, like, is it actually needed?
Yeah. Because what do you do after you find out you've got holes in the brain? I don't know. You can't fill it up with anything. Well.
Anyway, Daniel, should we go fill our holes in the brain?
We should.
And we're back.
So sorry.
That's right. We've just found out Daniel has no brain whatsoever. After the wizard review.
Scarecrow, after all, come to me. Come to me.
It's a banging body he has, though. God, when them suspenders came off. Ooh. Is that me? Oh, what are we? Oh, no, I think I've done it. There we go. Yes, when those suspenders came off, it was something else.
Slutty little suspenders. Oh.
So, Daniel, that was culture for Jonathan Bailey. What's been culture for you?
Culture for me this week. So, food this week. I have done a lot of cooking. But a lot of, like, I guess comfort food is the term that I would use for it. So, first little bit was a dish of egg noodles with cabbage and vegan beef and some shredded cheese in it. Oh, it just hit the spot. And then took the vegan beef and the cabbage and put it on top of the garlic mashed parsnips. So it's like a pseudo shepherd's pie, but not really, because I know the terms. And then I also did a wonderful thing of roasted broccoli and then a wedge of wonderful, wonderful haddock on top of lemon with some Parmesan cheese on top of it. Oh, it was so good. Oh, just wonderful food this week.
And I don't mind you calling it shepherd's pie. It's when it's done in the freaking restaurants.
Oh, I know. But I try to get it right whenever I'm around you. Drink of the week. Sunday was so disgusting. The only time I went out was to go to the bodega around the corner to go get
You have quite a nice bodega, though.
I do have a very nice bodega. Anyways, went around the corner to the bodega, and I got a Dr. Pepper to make a Dr. Pepper toddy. So Dr. Pepper toddy, all you do on that is you take Dr. Pepper, put it on the stove, add some lemon juice to it, and you just make sure it's nice and hot, and you just drink it. No alcohol added to it. It just hits the spot.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Songs of the week. We have January Hymn by the Decemberists. Snow.
I love the Decemberists.
I know. That's why I was listening to it and had to tell you. Snow by the Zolas. And Merry Little Christmas by Ella Fitzgerald.
Nice. Just those three. Very small Christmas playlist.
Just those three. There were no other Christmas songs. No, there was tons more Christmas songs, but those were the three that just sort of stuck out. Movies this week, because Saturday and Sunday was so disgusting.
It was really grotty.
Whenever we keep going back to how disgusting it was this weekend, it was the epitome of a bad DC winter. It was just atrocious. Anyways, Miracle on 34th Street.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The original.
Oh, you're original, aren't you? Yeah.
I love Maureen O'Hara, so I have to watch the original. And then Christmas in Connecticut with Barbara Stanwyck.
I need to watch that one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It was very much a black and white Christmas fest for me this weekend.
I mean, yeah, the thing of Miracle on 34th is if you take Natalie Wood compared to what's her face?
Had you not said?
Yeah.
Her name. Mara Wilson.
Mara Wilson. If you put them together, Natalie Wood just doesn't float to the top for me.
Fair.
You're like, I think, where does he know where he's going? Oh, it's like he's going to be a Natalie Wood fucking joke.
Oh, Jesus.
Sink or swim, love. Sink or swim.
Oh, my God.
Tough industry.
Oh, my God. Finally, television of the week. I watched season 4 of Professor T because, again, this weekend was just absolutely Professor T. Frances Della Tour is in it.
Oh, I love her. Yeah.
What's his name is in it, playing an autistic professor criminology at Oxford who's assisting with police.
And what's it on? Acorn or BitBox?
PBS. So I think it would be on Acorn. Actually, is the one that it'd be on. So, anyways, very good. And then my advent calendar is going, and I've been having my Walker shortbread all week.
Lovely.
Yes.
We keep getting behind on ours.
Oh, how do you get? Here's the thing. I can't wait to get back next week because I have an entire week to open up.
So we have a Galaxy one, which is British. That's Mars Company. And then we have the Cadbury's. And then we found a Grogu one in Wegmans. Now, Hubs has Galaxy. I have Grogu. But the trouble with Grogu is they're tiny.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to have the Cadbury's. So we're going to alternate who gets the Cadbury's. But it's not like I'm greedy. But I did look at the back, and it's 200 calories for the entire thing. So I feel like I can, and then Cadbury's does, even though it does taste like Advent Calendar chocolate, which I fucking love. Yes. So, no. Well, food this week, the Hubs was away. I just buy the breaded fish now. I was so lazy, and
Why is that lazy? You still
well,
have
no,
to
because I should do salmon, but I was like, no, I just want to get some. I did the breaded fish, and I had some leftovers. We did a lot of leftovers because Anthony, Jeremiah, and Zach, they were really lovely and gave us doggy bags, and they were
wonderful.
And we eventually did that Monday night, Hubs and I, because Friday it was so late. But then I had a load of bagels, and then so I did 2 of the fish pieces in a bagel. Ooh, and it was really nice.
Actually, that sounds wonderful.
That was really nice. So yeah, I did. So that my cooking this week's been a bit. And we had loads of cheesecake left over, so I didn't do my mince pies yet because
you have cheesecake,
and it's so much benefit. So no, that was nice. Not really. This week has been. We're getting into the Christmas mode. TV, UK Drag Race announced its winner. This season. So, spoiler alert, Bones won. Bones was the Queen of Soho. I'm like fuck. Bones is a good drag queen. Bones, I did what it took to win. It just was one of those seasons that you could tell, Rue knew who they wanted to win early, and it affects the season. The energy was not there, and I think by the end of it, they announced a winner, and Hubs and I looked at each other and went, "Oh, okay, they won." There wasn't really a wow factor to it. and a little bit in like Bones had a really bad week, and they saved her, and not in a we're gonna let both people stay. Like it was really fucking obvious she should have gone 1 week, and people have been thrown out for less, and I'm like, guy, you should have just done a save. I don't know. I was a little bit like, this is again. And there was 1 week. It was they really did, like Bones had won the roast wasn't the best week anyway, and they were like laughing their asses off at Bones, and I'm like I'm sorry, I've seen Jinx Monsoon do a roast. That's a
masterclass in a roast.
It's got the funniest punchline I think I've heard in comedy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I still love Drag Race. I'm not against it. It's like I said, every so often there's a season where Rue has a very intended winner, and it has a very big. It's never the queen. It's always the queen that the pick me gays like, and never the one that the general fan base. It's never the quirky queen.
Crystal Versace.
Yeah, it was a Crystal Versace season, and it just takes the energy away. You just don't feel it's gone.
Yeah.
So, let's look at films this week.
Yes.
Finally watched The Lobster, which is he's a guy who did Begonia. The Favourite.
Oh yeah.
He's got a Greek name. It's I cannot pronounce it.
Stavros.
But Olivia Colman was excellent in it. It's about if you're still single, it's illegal and you get turned into an animal unless you meet someone.
Oh, darn it! I'd be a sheep at this point.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's very weird. It's one of his early ones. Saw A Different Man. That's the one about the guy with the facial deformities that gets it fixed. Sebastian Stan and Adam Pearson, who lives in Croydon. And I bumped into a couple of times in the bars, but no, it's excellent. It really is very weird. He gets his face reconstructed for a process, and then becomes obsessed with the actor that plays him in a play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. But Adam Pearson worked very hard, because at one point. It's very weird what they do, and apparently they really did toe the line they worked very closely to make sure it pushes boundaries, but in a way that starts conversation is the line. So Hamlet at the cinema, excellent. It is slow. I know Hamlet, the basic storyline. I don't know the finer points of it, but it was one of those where I'm like, yeah, it's sad. He loses his son.
Yeah.
Like Paul Mescal was just I love him so much. He's such a charismatic actor. Jessie Buckley again. I mean, I saw Little Night Music of Hannah Waddingham years back.
I love Jessie
Buckley. She's amazing. But it was one of those that at the end, and Joe Alwyn's in it, and I know we meant to hate him, but he really is I'm glad he's like moving away from. He managed to get away from the Taylor Swift bit, because I'm like, you are a good actor, and yeah. But the final scene, I'm like, it's not going to get me. And then it suddenly, everyone in the cinema was in tears. Oh. It was one of those where I think everyone didn't think they were going to be got, and then they got. And then I saw Sentimental Value, which is a Swedish film. It's Bill Skarsgård, and he plays a film director who approaches his estranged daughters, and one of them's an actress. About starring in his latest film, which he thinks will be his last, and he's written it for his daughter. It sounds like it could be slightly Wes Anderson. It's not. It's a very beautiful reflection on like grief, loss, childhood trauma, forgiveness. It's excellent. Who's in it? The American actress, Elle Fanning, plays. They promote her in it, but she's really only got a smaller part, and plays an actress that's also considered for the role. And about the dynamic of recreating the daughter when the original daughter. It's very good. I really enjoyed it. I would very much give it a watch. So quickly moving on, the Christmas movies.
Oh yes.
I did Holiday and Our Little Secret. Holiday, I love. I don't know why. I think it's just funny. Christian Chenoweth is great in it. And then Christian Chenoweth, Our Little Secret. That holds up. Second year watch. Yeah, sure. Was I half watching it? Was I getting on some Christmas cards?
Yeah.
Well, the envelopes, because the Christmas cards were wrongly delivered. Thank goodness we saved the envelopes from the previous years, because I had enough to do them all. But no, Our Little Secret was excellent. Then I watched Home for the Holidays, which is Holly Hunter. It's from the 90s, Robert Downey Jr. It's excellent. It was a good film. I say excellent. It was, get a woman comes home for the holidays, calamity ensues, family, blah, blah, blah.
Family and calamity.
Yeah, Planes, Trains and Automobiles. I only really watched it for the first time last year. It always got me by. It's so... The ending still gets you. Mm-hmm. It really is sad.
Yes, it's very sad.
And also I like the fact it's really... It's not he's an annoying person, why does Steve Martin put up with him? Like, Steve Martin is very vocal to him about how annoying he is, and that's part of the humour in how he keeps getting pulled back in. And then, like, the money going missing, so then they need each other for the money, and it's such a really well done film. And the bit when they go their separate ways, he's like, I think we should go our separate ways, and then like John Candy thinks he's going to want to go on together. He's like, I think we should. I'm like, the heartbreak in it, but then the final scene really. Though the bit when they see the wife and she's like, hello, you're like, what the fuck?
It's part of the humor of it.
It's a bit like, okay. But then you got the whole bit when they're walking down the street with the trunk together. It's like, and every time gets me. And then I did All the Strangers because that is vaguely Christmassy.
Vaguely, yes.
But again, that's such a good film. It's a masterclass of filmmaking.
I feel like you've gotten a lot of Paul Mescal this week.
Yeah. Then we did Miracle on 34th Street, which the new version, I did. But it's more the 90s of it all. Again, I never saw that when I moved out here, but it is that we were trying to work out why everyone seemed to think kids in the 90s dressed in like Crush Velvet,
Here's the thing. They actually did where I grew up, like for Christmas.
Yeah, I said that to the Hubs. I was like, I've seen them down at the White House. They all wear them.
And the Crush Velvet,
The only thing is, I was sitting there, and it's, Thingy is so, Dylan McDermott is so fucking hot. Well, and clearly they're banging. They've been banging the whole way through it. But they are clearly at it. But the bit I always love is when she nearly blinds her with the ring. She comes out the end, she's like, oh my God, it's like Mother. And it's like, but Mara Wilson is so irritating in it. Like, this melancholic child, you're like, girl, life is going to get a lot tougher. You better smile now.
Yeah.
Mother I was like, oh. And it's like, dear, are you sitting pensively by the window again? Get the fuck away from that window.
Yeah, I mean, Natalie Wood was also very... I think that was just the role of Susan was supposed to be like that, was that melancholy child.
But it was
this rational child.
This rational... Who I don't always quite buy as her child sometimes. I'm always a little bit like...
Yeah.
I just want to be... I'm just like... Then you get Elizabeth...
Perkins?
Just... Oh my God, like in the Diane Keating creams, you know, and everything looks gorgeous. And I'm just like, oh, are you seriously kidding me? No, the whole thing it's brilliant, but not. And then finally Sing All the Way.
Oh, yes.
Which is excellent. And that really, really does hold up, in my opinion. It's like one of the better ones. It's got some really great lines in it. Jennifer Coolidge, I think pre-White Lotus now, actually, or just as she was doing White Lotus.
I think it was as she was doing the first season of White Lotus.
But it's just phenomenal. Kathy Najimy is excellent. It reminds us very much of
The gays love me.
A dynamic in our friend group. But anyway, in terms of Christmas music, I've been doing it all.
Good. I'm glad you've been doing it all.
Just doing it all.
Do it all.
So with that, Daniel, has there been culture this week, or are we just in Christmas mode?
I have been so buried in work, I haven't had time for culture.
But is this the same every year? That I always feel like this time of year is nuts, and it feels like we're all trying to get ourselves ready, and then trying to do it before we're like, we finally finished work. It's the 27th of December.
I don't know. I feel like this year like whenever I come back in 2 weeks, like to the office, like I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because everyone else will be going on vacation at that point, and I'm like, well,
I'm curious what it's going to be like. There was a project at one of the jobs this week that was you knew was stressing me out, and it's because it was like a real baptism of fire.
Yeah.
And I've been doing my job for 20 years.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself I know what I'm doing because I do that. I'm still the kid that panics, and I'm like, no, Max, you can get through it. But I'm learning a new organisation. That is a lot scarier than people think. It is a nationwide organisation. There's a lot of cultures within said nation. There are
cultures within nations.
Exactly. There's a lot going on. So, but I'm now also got to give. Saturday's going to be working. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But I feel this week is the oh shit, Christmas is here.
Yeah.
And I'm already having if we don't watch a movie tonight, are we going to have time to watch it before Christmas panic? Which we will find a way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way. If we have to sit between Christmas and New Year and binge a load of them,
you'll do it.
Do it. Because I'm going to because I think it will go quiet. I am a contractor, I'm a consultant, so it means that unfortunately if I don't work, I don't get paid.
Right.
But at the same time is one of my positions has a series of videos that need doing. We are trying to get the pilot signed off before Christmas so I can go forward.
Start doing the framework.
Because one of them's closing for 3 weeks over Christmas, which I get, but at the same time, really. So I'm hoping to kind of churn through it and actually get ahead of the game and just say, look, I'm going to make my money.
I'm going to be working on this, guys. Enjoy.
Because it was Christmas. So it's Christmas is Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday's boxing, which most organisations will give off anyway because it's the day between. It's a Friday.
Yeah, it's between a Saturday and a holiday.
By the Saturdays when the Sycamores do our presents because we're Sycamore Orthodox. Sunday will just be probably by that point. Well, we always call the 27th vacuum day.
Yeah, because you're cleaning up.
We'll do our presents, clean up. Probably you'll be around, won't you?
Oh yeah,
probably we'll either be sick of each other or might get brunch on a Sunday.
Yeah,
but then probably by the Monday, I will probably want to get in a way back to. I'll be happy to kind of get on with some work or something.
Yeah, so the thing is, I'm taking 2 weeks off at Christmas, so I'm taking the entire week of Christmas off, and then the week after, and I'm gonna be working on Ladybird stuff. I just don't want to.
I think if the bigger job is closed or there's nothing to do, there might be, because I think there is some task. They are really piling some projects on. I might, but I will definitely. So what is New Year's Day? Is the Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm
taking the second off, which is a Friday. Yeah.
So probably what I can see myself doing is probably a 2.5 day week.
Yeah.
Like ending probably about 3 o'clock on that. Try and take some time, but this year's been weird, and unfortunately, I'm not over. It is. I feel like the culture. I say we're stretching for what is the culture this week, but it's been a very weird year. And you've been there with me through it, and I know
the highs are high, the lows are low,
and it's hard when things are starting to pick up and get momentum. And there's a couple of situations I'll talk to you after about. Is that unfortunately that is just the nature of it. Is trying to make sure that I keep it going. Yeah, I'm not in a position to turn around and take December off, which I would love to do. I know a lot of people do it, but at the same time, it's like tomorrow night the Hubs has a event. He's asked if I can go to. Then Monday there's one, and then Sunday Saturday night and Sunday afternoon he's doing the same chorus, but 2 different performances. The Baltimore one, but Sunday is the Bills Bengals game. And he said, I want to watch that. So I've said that I will do the Sunday chorus performance because I love that. The Baltimore chorus, the New Wave singers are perfection. I will go to that and take Sunday. But no, it is making sure it's like if I've got free time, I will work and then make sure that I can do a lot of the parties. Are you party hearty this year, or is it very? Do you feel it's usually it gets a bit quiet sometimes?
Well, so it's going to be rather interesting with our friend Matt going out of town.
Yeah,
and then my friend Julie, who is now in Austin. Clearly, she's now in Austin, so like I don't have that social circle up here anymore. However, when I'm in Austin, she is actually hosting a Christmas party for Preservation Professional.
Yes, you said that's nice.
So it's very much like I'm having a Christmas party like on Saturday that I'm going to, and I'm like, okay, I know no one, but I'm going to help host it. Like,
but then we've got like something coming up. It's been mentioned. I feel, and a couple of people have mentioned Christmas parties. We've tried to do it in the past, but we have. Boxing Day has become our thing, so we have always we now sit down. Occasionally, we might potentially the weekend before Christmas do something.
Yeah,
have maybe a little get together.
Yeah, but it gets hard because people go out of town.
Yeah, I know a couple of people have said they might do it, and you're saying we need to know. Mm-hmm. But if people leave town, we just do the DC bit. I'll do some baking and stuff. But it is tough. It's not. Christmas is a very weird one. I think in the suburbs there's more parties. I think in the cities they
I think not in DC there are more parties because I feel like this city has this magical effect that on December 18th, I don't know what it is about that day, the city just empties. It literally empties out, and you're just like, where is everybody?
Now the question is, before we start wrapping up towards the end now, is that when it's I'm doing a party, it's at so and so bar. How do you feel? I don't feel that's a party.
No,
I like a nibble.
No, I understand that there are people who are the cafe sat that host at restaurants and they host at bars and stuff. I don't think of that as a party. I think of that as like, oh, we're gonna get a cheeky cocktail together. Yeah. But like a party, for some reason I always picture it at someone's house. Like
I do.
Like I don't picture it like at a bar.
Like a Dawn French M&S advert.
Yeah, like you go for a fundraiser at a bar. You go for like a cocktail, but like someone is actually hosting and getting something out of the oven. Like
yes, I want that cheese platter out.
Like I want there to be charcuterie or something. Like I want it's physically someone and there's home.
I feel DC is a lot of get-togethers in bars. I'm like, are we? I don't know. It's my again going through like the year of not drinking is just that. It's the thing with a party is that you have more control of the environment, and I think you have the idea that everyone at a party is there for a reason, and you can kind of navigate and circulate. In a bar, it's very cliquey.
You're dealing with patrons.
Yeah.
Like what happens if this loud, group that's watching football walks into Whitlow's while you're having a party? Then it's like.
It's just
atmosphere ruined.
No, I think a couple of people have said they might be doing them, but it's a very weird city to be in at Christmas.
Yeah, I've got a few people who are like, oh, we should do something on like I don't remember, like a weekday. I think the Monday before Christmas, so like whatever week that is. Yeah. And they're like, we want to do something between this hour and this hour, and I'm like, why? Like, why on the Monday before Christmas are we doing it? I understand,
like towards the end of the week.
Yeah, but they're like the beginning of the week, and only for like 2 hours at this get at a bar, and I'm like, I am not doing this.
Yeah, we've got one next Monday, and the trouble is I try and go to support the hubs. He likes me going to some of them, but they're very businessy. They're very like you go to something.
And I don't want to talk shop.
And my other vibe is that, a lot of the time I'm the only spouse. And you're like, well, you guys are all talking business. I'm standing here again, it's just very, this is why, like, if I go and I know that, and the hub has said that we've got one for tomorrow for his politicking. And he said someone's going to be there. They are bringing their wife. I'm like, great.
So there'll be two spouses.
There'll be someone to talk to because it is just very hard.
Yeah, no. I totally get it. It's also hard whenever you're the single person showing up where it's just a group of like couples and you're like, great.
Lots of smug marrieds.
Right?
You've got to find the ones that look vaguely friendly.
Right? Or the ones that look so disgusted. I'm like, oh, so let's gossip about someone. Who do you not like with that look?
You're talking. Have you ever done that? The Hubs has done it. He's walked up to a couple and gone, "Who are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?" I said, "You're talking about someone. Who are you talking about?"
Yeah. It's like, who are we whispering about?
It's a very good idea because it calls them out their shit.
Yeah.
And they will either be like, ugh, and be like, "How dare you?" Or they'll be like, "Okay, yeah,
yeah,
okay."
And you hope they're like, "Oh yeah, person in the red coat," and you're like, "Perfect. Let's talk about the red coat."
Let's talk about that. Well, with that, Daniel, shall we move on to the end of the episode?
We should.
The only, apart from the drunk raccoon in the Virginia liquor store,
hilarious.
Which I'm sure everyone's seen by now, is Paddington the musical is getting fantastic reviews, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. I never thought about this, but the first performance, that was when the photos came out of him. They didn't make My Gags and Goots. Is that they didn't make programs available until the interval. So everyone went. No one knew in that. I mean, Vanessa, I guess they're there for production, knew what Paddington looked like. They had no idea until he walked out on stage how they were going to produce Paddington.
I love that they kept it that tight. Yeah. There's a little bit of magic with that.
Yeah, and it's still done it. Though, talking of magic, if no one has seen it yet, the Jenny Packham dress that Duchess Kate wore in Germany.
My God.
Even Hubs, I showed you. Are you fucking kidding me?
That was the most stunning shade of blue on her. I absolutely adore that.
It was a mind-blowing Jenny, and it's
regal.
Yeah, Jenny Packham needs to be very proud of that one.
Oh, she should. That was stunning. Yeah. No notes.
On that, Daniel, do you have a word of the week?
I do, and it's a very appropriate word of the week based off our conversation that we just had about Kate. Lambent is the word. It means softly glowing.
She wasn't softly. She was glowing.
She was radiant.
Do you have a petticoat lane?
I do have a petticoat lane. If someone is going on vacation, do not tell them after they leave the office that they need to come back in the office while they're trying to go to the airport the following day to address one last little thing, because that's what I'm going to have to do tomorrow.
And I'm guessing you're not very happy.
That's why it's a petticoat lane.
And with that, Daniel, do you think we covered everything?
My dear, we barely set the agenda.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This has been a Bearded Bitch production recorded in a Diane Keating podcast studio in Haberdashery.
You've been listening to The Bitches with Beards. I've been Daniel.
And I'm Max. A big thanks to you all for tuning in and giving us a listen. Don't forget to rate, subscribe and review the following on Twitter, X and TikTok, where you can find us at Bitches with Beards.
Please remember that only a mother could love our views and opinions, and they reflect us and no one else.
We'll hear you next week unless we're cancelled. Cheers.